everything all rolled into one. It's all the symptoms, the digestive stuff, the emotional symptoms, all of that rolled into one. That is what is colloquially called a period, because period is not a technical term.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Super excited today to do a reaction video for you on trans women and periods. I mean, really, it's actually comedy. That's all it is. But at the same time, I mean, it is actually absurd. It's actually insulting. And I think we need to start pushing back on these people for their misinformation, their lies, and really a lot here. It feels very misogynist to me. So with that, thanks so much again for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell thing so you know when I'm coming on and when I'm putting these videos out. I really do appreciate you a lot. As you know, I cannot do this without you. Pushing back on this insanity is because you help me push back on it. And today I want to have a little bit of a laugh, to be honest with you. I'm going to try not to be too serious, though it does happen. I can't help myself because I get so sort of irritated with this nonsense. So I picked a couple clips and I hope they represent what I'm about to talk about. So this first one, let's watch this and then we'll react to that.
Hi, I'm Mama Rose. I am a transgendered woman. I go by she, her, they, them pronouns. And I can tell you right now, my period I experience every month is very real, very valid, and very painful.
I'm sure you've all seen that one. It's made the rounds. I think I actually even did maybe a small little one. But this one is so gaslighty. I know that's the word of 2023, but this one knows exactly what they're doing. They're not getting their period. They're making you want to think they're getting their period. And, you know, I really want to address these people directly. I wish I could. Why do you think you get your period? And why do you think it's so real? And what makes it real, right? Like that, it's all in your mind. If you want to think you're getting your period, you just go right ahead. But the reality is you're not getting a period. That's your hormones going all crazy and making you have hot flashes or whatever or the pain. I really want to know what the pain is, because let me remind you that I'm a biological female and I actually did have my period, and it is not anything what you'll ever even imagine unless you've actually had it. So I also see this weird little smirk on your face when you're talking about it. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about it. And also, oh gosh, it's such a private space for women to have a menstrual cycle, and for us as females, me included, because I had it, to have those moments. It's not a fun thing to talk about. And I'll be honest with you, as a transsexual man, it's so dysphoric because it's a very female thing, a period. So I do think that's why you're saying you get it, because you think on some level it makes you more of a woman. So, okay, so let's react to this next one here that I have.
I want to know, for other people who've had bottom surgery, trans women, trans femmes, people who give the vajayjays, did you go through trans menopause? Like, I'm getting severe hot flashes and sweating like crazy. Like, my cheeks, they go wicked blush. Nobody talked about it. I almost never saw it until I looked it up, that it's something that happens.
They don't talk about it, friend, because you're not getting your period. Just so you know. That's why they're not talking about it. So, okay, I'm going to give this person a little credit here. They said trans menopause. But I want to say this to all of you trans women out there who think you're getting your period or whatever. Why don't you call it something else, okay? Why don't you not call it menopause? And why don't you not call it your period? Why don't you call it something else? Because those two words are taken. They mean something specific. And when you take language that's already being used, that's called co-opting. Just what has happened to the trans community. It's been co-opted by people who are not necessarily trans. I think there's a lot of people in the new trans community who are not trans. That's my opinion and what I see. So this person is at least acknowledging the trans part of it, which I have to say is pretty cool. But the other thing is, yeah, you're sweating and you're getting hot flashes because you do have hormonal fluctuation. That's what part of being trans is. You're injecting or taking or doing, putting in a foreign substance in your body. Those are not native. Estrogen is not native to a male-bodied person. And so when you put that in, as same with testosterone, I get hot flashes and all of that stuff too. But do you see me running around saying, "Woo, guess what? I have testicles now and they are doing this." Like, what? That's just never going to happen because that's not the truth. So I think you need to have a different language around it. That would help to solve a lot of the problems here that a lot of us feel a little bit irritated about, that you're co-opting a space that isn't yours. You're not getting your period, just so you know. Let's go with this girl, lady, person.
Trans women, I'm talking about hormonal menopause. When you take, that's a good question. If you're a troll, whatever, it's like, but if you're here to learn, listen. So when they take your blood work to see what your estrogen levels are like or your progesterone levels are like, it's like the blood work is based upon that of the different stages of hormonal health in a woman, because you're taking that hormone. And that's why when cisgender women, that's women that are assigned female at birth that are fine with that, when they go into menopause and it's so uncomfortable for them, hormonally they will give them like some replacement to help them. And that's what happened with me. Everybody goes through it. All humans go through it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, first off, this is a biological male telling females how the reproductive system works, which is fine. Maybe you took a biology class and you get it. But do you not see what women are saying? When you're talking like this, you are taking over women's space. I'm going to keep repeating myself here. You're not getting your period. You just said it. Everything you said is correct. You're getting these hormonal fluctuations. It's a hormonal space. The doctor said, because the doctor wants you to look like a woman. So your levels have to be in a certain way so that you start to get all these different sort of characteristics. And it's healthy that your hormones aren't all out of whack. And that's what the doctor is doing. And yes, it might be the same as a biological female, but you're not getting your period. I feel like I'm repeating myself so over and over here, because these people are trying to gaslight you into saying that they're getting their period or they're getting symptoms of a period. Well, what does that even mean? Because how do you even know other than that you're maybe reading something or that, but you don't know anything about symptoms. You don't have a clue about what that even means. You're just hearing what other people are telling you and doing it. You are not having menopause. You're having hormonal fluctuation. Maybe that's what you should call it. And maybe all of us will get back to living in reality and we can all move on and have a beautiful life together. Think about that for a moment. This one I just found. So let's see here.
Everything all rolled into one. It's all the symptoms, the digestive stuff, the emotional symptoms, all of that rolled into one. That is what is colloquially called a period, because period is not a technical term. But furthermore, just to insinuate that trans women calling what we experience through our hormonal cycle a period is somehow taking away from other people who menstruate and their experiences. It just does not track, because no person who is on estrogen and is having these symptoms of a period is coming to the table and saying, "Oh, we have it so bad. We have it way worse than you. We're more important." We're just coming to the table and we're saying, "Hey, we experience this too, and it sucks. And we would like to add our voice to the conversation around period justice, around getting people who menstruate time off at work, lowering the prices of menstrual products." But yeah, so we're coming to the table in this conversation as allies, not as opponents. And I see this kind of turf rhetoric as this is very non-productive in itself. This could be used as a huge moment of solidarity between trans people and cis people, and everybody who menstruates, who all...
Okay. First off, that person said a lot. Okay. So they want to have period justice. Well, where were you before you transitioned? Why weren't you talking about this before you transitioned if you want to be an ally and you want to have period justice for women? Nobody cared about women and their periods. Do you know that? We never had this conversations before trans women started saying they get their periods, biological males, and now you want to be an ally and you want to make period justice and you want to talk about your period. No, you don't get to do that because you're not getting your period. I think what you need to think about is, yeah, fight for your rights, my friend, as a person who is a biological male putting estrogen into their body because they want to look and live like a woman. Nobody cares about that. You're an adult. Make your choices. But when you start speaking over women and joining the table that you were never invited to, you're not invited to the table. And there you go again, doing this turf thing. Why do you even have to bring that up? If you want to be an ally, why are you doing slanderous stuff like that? Why are you calling people names? You don't want to be an ally because you wouldn't say that. So this idea that you want to be an ally for periods and help all that, great. I'm sure women are real happy about that. But why don't you sit down for one moment and just listen to what women are saying? And then maybe the kind of allyship they would like to have is for you to stop saying that you get your period. Thanks for watching, everybody. Super appreciate you. You know that I always do. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. You know, we've got to start pushing back on this nonsense. And I'm telling you, I've lived this way 30 years and I've never seen so much hate towards trans people. And I've never seen these kinds of trans people. These people did not exist before. And I don't know why they're doing this. And I don't know what they think they will accomplish by saying things like this, but it's not doing our community any good. And I think many of us are now starting to step up because we feel very, we feel on some level, well, I can speak for myself, kind of violated in a sense that I don't align with these people. I don't want to even be near these people. These people are not what I am. And so it is hurting our community tremendously. So thanks so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for supporting my work. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday on my lives, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great, awesome day.